Welcome to the D-VELO-P Cycling Training Podcast, where we untangle the complexities of peak performance in cycling. My name is Fredrik Eriksson, and together with my partner in crime, Erik Åkesson, we are the dorky coaching duo who will be your hosts. Hello, and welcome to another episode of our podcast. I am Fredrik.
And I am Erik, and today we're going to talk about if you're eating too healthy.
Yes, we're going to make a little bit of a dive into oxidative stress and how that affects the body after training, and how our nutrition affects these things as well. It's a little bit of a double-edged sword, as we will see.
Exactly, and we are going to dive into a study published in 2021 from Jordan and colleagues called Promoting a Pro-Oxidant State in Skeletal Muscle, Potential Dietary, Environmental and Exercise Intervention for Enhancing Endurance Training Adaptation.
And that last word, adaptations, is a little bit key here because oxidative stress has been branded as something purely negative for a while, but that is not the whole picture. It is a negative stress on the body that the body needs to repair from. And thus something to care about in that regards, but it is also something that signals to the body to adapt to training.
Yeah, exactly. And how we as athletes notice this is with the burning legs and heavy breathing, where cells become more and more active and adapt to the stress. And that is the key players to the process called oxidative stress.
Yeah, and the technical term I think is reactive oxygen species is the things that happens chemically inside the body when a lot of oxygen is metabolized in different ways. In our case, when we're training, that is the predominant factor here. But I mean, other factors such as heat also increases the oxidative stress when we're training, which is it's a load and it's a bad thing in some regards, but it's also like we said, one of the most potent stimuli for adaptations from training. So it's not all bad.
No, exactly. It's not all bad. And some of the positive adaptations that we as athletes can rely on is mitochondrial growth and function. That basically means that your mitochondria, or the power plants of the muscles, becomes bigger, and you get more of them.
Other adaptations that are triggered by this is capillarization. That is that the muscle has more tiny blood vessels inside it, which makes it easier to deliver oxygens and nutrients to the muscles, and also bring waste products away from the muscles at a higher rate.
Yeah, exactly. And another positive adaptation is it is helping your body to use energy more efficiently with the improved insulin sensitivity, which is a pretty nice thing.
Yeah, I mean, in other words, I mean, a certain amount of oxidative stress through your training is a good thing, and the training and the adaptations wouldn't be nearly as effective if you didn't have some kind of oxidative stress. But it's also has a negative impact on the body, and that's why antioxidants has become something that many people eat, and also both focus on in their foods, and in some cases take antioxidants as supplements, which is not always a good thing, because they blunt some of the training adaptations, because they take away a bit of the oxidative stress.
Yeah, and the takeaway here is while whole food is good, you should prioritize it, eat it, but be cautious with the supplements with antioxidants in it. What seems and are do you say? What seems protective in theory might actually get in the way of the progress you look for when you train hard.
Yeah, so I mean, bottom line when it comes to that is supplements is almost always a bad thing in these regards, especially some of the popular and quite potent antioxidants like vitamin C or vitamin E. They are very easy to overdose. It's quite difficult to overdose on normal foods. So they are the base, but and here is a little bit of a problem, and why the title of this discussion is, are you eating too healthy? Is that, I mean, as when you've gotten over a certain threshold of nutrient-dense foods, there's not much more to be gained. You probably are not going to overdose on antioxidants with these foods, but the problem is that these foods are very often not very energy dense, which means that if you're overly focused on maximizing eating very nutritious foods all the time, you risk eating too little energy. And that brings us back to, I think, one of our last episodes, which was about relative energy deficiency in sports, which is quite a serious subject.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't say that you shouldn't eat these foods, because the base is a diet focusing on nutrient-rich food. But when that needs are met, you have to switch to focus on getting all the calories in and meeting the energy demands required to fuel your training and fuel your training adaptations. And that can be candy, sweets, Nutella, juices, or some oils and fats with a little more calories in it.
Yeah, energy is super important, and of course it's important with the nutrient dense foods. But if you don't meet your energy requirements from your training, that's going to have a pretty serious negative impact on performance and adaptations. Like we said, we dove a little bit deeper into this topic a few episodes ago.
Yeah, and if we get into some practical tips for our cyclists, is that you should eat a rainbow, as you say. Eat a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables instead of relying on supplements which has a bunch of antioxidants in it.
Yeah, and especially be very, very cautious with some supplements. Like I took vitamin C and E as example, because they are quite common. But I mean, it's very easy to reach really like a kind of mega doses with these supplements if you're not careful, and that can have a detrimental effects.
Yeah, as we said, focus on nutrient and energy, not just nutrient. Start with the base, and when that requirement is met, switch to more energy dense foods or sweets to fill up the rest of your energy demand.
And some oxidative stress is positive. So I mean, when you feel the burn during training, or you include heat training strategically, that is something that increases the oxidative stress on the body, which if it's balanced with the appropriate recovery is something that is good, that is going to maximize the adaptations.
Yeah, and as well, when you do hard training and feel the burn in your legs, or all the body if you do a Nordic ski or something. See that training session as an opportunity for the body to adapt and grow stronger. So that can be a small a small island in the sea of when you're digging deep in the in the hard interval to see, my body's adapting to this oxidative stress.
Well, to summarize it, I mean, oxidative stress isn't simply good or bad. It is about the balance. I mean, too much and it becomes damaging, and too little and you lose out on key adaptations in the body. So try to embrace oxidative stress as something positive that you get through a well-structured training program, and occasionally with things like heat, which we keep bringing up in every episode because we're such fans of it. And then nourish your body with a varied whole food diet as a base.
Yeah. That will set you up for greater performance gains while staying healthy for longer.
Yeah, performance gains is what we need, and focusing too much on only, so to speak, within quotes, healthy foods which is nutrient dense is great up to a certain point, and then you have to switch over to the energy focus and eat enough energy to fuel your training.
Yeah. Great. I think that's it for this week's episode of Eating Too Healthy. And as always, you will find these podcasts on Spotify and YouTube every Tuesday at 6 a.m. And as well as you can follow us on our social medias, which is linked in the description below. If you want to take this subject in a reading, if you want to read it instead, you can do it on our blog on d-VELO-P.me/blog. And I hope you have enjoyed this episode and look forward to next week.
Always a pleasure chatting with you, Erik.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Bye.